Oh no! What am I going to do? What's up guys, I'm Tom, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to show you guys how I pick up the motorcycle and why I think everyone's been taught wrong. So stick around to the end and I'll let you in on the biggest secret no one is telling you. So everyone's been taught the same way, right? We've all seen the YouTube videos. We've all seen how the professionals pick up their GSs or any motorbike for that matter. And it's back to the bike, pick it up. Now, for me, this is wrong. This is not the correct way to pick up the bike. And I have a theory on why they teach this way. When we pick up the bike with our backs to the bike, we are more likely to keep our back nice and straight, because the way you're picking it up, you're grabbing the bar, grabbing another bar, and you're basically sitting into the position, aren't you? The reason why I think this is wrong is because look how far out my legs are from the bike. I need to waddle my feet backwards after the initial push, and it's just not nice. So if I'm doing this, yeah, my back's staying straight, and then I push. Now look, I'm not getting that bike all the way up. So what's happening there? My feet are too far away. If I bring my feet in even closer, then that's putting a lot of strain on my knees. So generally, most people will stand like that, then they push, and then you've got to do this awkward walk. Okay, now I feel comfortable, the bike's up in its right position. Now I'll go and get the side stand. Again, I'm back to the bike, so now to get that side stand, you know, I need to fiddle. I'm back to the bike. I'm not in a normal position. So this is why I think this technique actually isn't very good. So let's put the bike back down. Now, I've had many motorcycles. I've had small bikes, dirt bikes, smaller adventure bikes, and then this big thing. Now, out of all those bikes, dirt bikes are the easiest to pick up for obvious reasons. They're 100 kilos. After that, this, for me, is the easiest to pick up. And the reason is, you can see it right now, it doesn't fall very far. It's still heavy, but it doesn't fall as far as other bikes. So one of the techniques I used with a smaller motorbike was actually turning the bars away from the bike. Then you get your hand under here and on this handlebar only. Now, this is where the straight back becomes an issue. If you're not doing this technique right, you can really hurt your back. So, handlebars all the way up, grabbing this straight back, and then you lift. Now, that is actually a reasonably good lift. The only problem with that is it's a lot of weight in a very small area. So for smaller bikes, that is the technique I used. Put the handlebars full lock opposite or away. Use that one side, cup, you know what I'm talking about, cup the bottom, grab the stem, lift that thing up. At the same time, you really need to be focusing on your back. Now, the main reason I think people don't teach the forward lifting is because of the back. Because what do we do when we go to pick something up? We hunch over and pick it up. Terrible. I've shown you two techniques for picking up a bike. I'm going to show you a third technique now. Good crash protection is also good. I have Outback Motortech and they do the job. When we're picking up our bikes, you never go to the offside. This isn't going to do you any good. If you are helping someone lift, this can work, especially if it's on like a slippery surface. You can actually put your foot to one of the tires and then put your weight and lean back on it to help someone else. Same with the front, foot on one of the tires, lean back. That's if you're helping. Most of the time if you're helping, you're at this back section and you're lifting like that. Now, this is how I lift my motorcycle. This is the lift that's easiest for me, and when you're using the correct technique, you're not going to damage your back. I'll tell you a couple of reasons why I think this technique is better than the rest, but let me show you first. So, steering lock all the way into the seat. Steering lock in, grab whatever system you have back here. If you have a railing, something like that, a pannier, anything that's in this area that you can get a good grip on. I have this top rack bar. My left hand is going to the handlebar, the grip, and pulling that tight. My right hand is going to this bar. Now, what we are doing is we are keeping a straight back and we are using our legs. The best thing about this is we're pushing forward. We're pushing up and over. The bike doesn't go like that. The bike goes like that, if you understand what I mean. Straight back, and then we are lifting. Now you see how it is so much easier for me to walk forward. Us as human beings, we walk forward, don't we? We don't walk backwards. So I'll put that back down. So the only thing is you really need to focus on your back for this lift, because if your back starts to curve, you're going to end up hurting yourself. So once again, this and this, straight back. There we go. And now look at that. I'm facing the bike. I can get the kickstand easy. I know what I'm doing when I'm facing the bike. When I'm opposite the bike, this is unnatural. You're never doing this, are you? So that's my point with being forward facing to the bike. Now, if the stand is on the other side, so if the bike falls that way, as you're picking the bike up, look at this. I'm already here and I can just do that. How easy is that? If I'm reversed to the bike as I've picked it up, okay, now I'm here, okay, I'm up. Now, make sure, and then I can get the kickstand. Yes, probably those who are smart will have already put the kickstand out as before we pick it up. But you don't always remember that in the case. Like, a lot of us get stressed when we drop the bike and you forget things. So, my reasonings for picking it up forwards rather than backwards is humans are designed to go forwards. We're not designed to go backwards. If we were designed to go backwards, we'd have eyes on the front and eyes on the back, or on the side, and we'd see 360. We're designed to go forward. A very simple test is just jump. So let's jump forward. You know, that's nice and easy. Now, try and jump backwards on your heels, not from your toes. From your heels, try and jump backwards. That was a very, I mean, I thought I could go further than that, honestly. Just from your heels though, don't use your toes to push. So, that must look epically sad, but that's literally as far as I can jump from the heels. So why are we pushing from the heels? That's not how you do it. When you're lifting weights, you don't push from your heels. I don't know if you guys can see this in the grass, but you don't push from your heels. You push from the balls of your feet, which is just behind the toes. And that's where you push. So why are we pushing backwards? It's not right. A caveat to that, caveat, a little bit of a caveat to that, everything I've just said, is you guys need to do it yourself. You guys need to drop your bike and pick it back up. Do it on a soft surface, do it in sand, anywhere you can that doesn't damage your bike, but you can pick it back up. And you need to figure out what works for you. I can tell you everything that works for me, but you might have a bad knee. You might have a bad back. Everyone's different. Find out what works for you. If just the handlebar works for you, do that. In fact, that's my second choice in lift, just the handlebar. I don't use that on my big bike though. If someone's trying to tell you how you should pick up your bike, and you know that you've tried that method and it doesn't work well for you, let them know. They don't know what's right for you. Only you know what's right for you. Now, there is also taking advice. Absolutely, take advice from everyone. If someone says this is the best lift for them and you've never tried it, try it. See if it works. You never know what works until you try everything yourself. So for me, I'm not the greatest rider, so I've actually had some experience in picking up my motorcycle. Oh, oh Jesus, there it goes. Okay, stop. And there you go. In the end, we should all be having an amazing time on our motorcycles, and picking them back up again shouldn't be an issue. So if I give you some homework, it's go and get the motorcycle out of the garage. It's just coming out of winter for us Europeans. Lay it down on the ground and try a bunch of different methods of picking it up. I showed you 3. I'm sure there's more. They're just the 3 I know of, and the one that gets taught to everyone that I disagree with. I don't enjoy picking it up that way. Woo! Yeah, I thought I'd just show you what I did. Yes, I may have done a whoopsie. Here's a pickup in the wild. Back nice and straight, and I push it over. How easy was that? Oh. Hey. Anyway, in the end, don't be afraid of your motorcycle. Drop it, pick it up at home. If you can't pick up your motorbike alone, then you need to consider A, riding with friends, or B, getting a smaller motorcycle that you can pick up, or C, go to the gym and learn how to pick stuff up. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give us a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.